Hey again, welcome back to Coding with Drew. In this video, we're going to learn about read command. So what is the read command? The read command will allow you to get input from an end user and then save that input as a variable into your script. When the user provides the input, it will be saved in the $reply shell variable. Reply. And this is a shell variable because it's in all caps. This is great, but let's discuss this in depth of why you would want to use this. So for example, if we were to run a command with two positional arguments, and this is a cheap example, read input 1, input 2. In order for me to leverage this command, I would have to know that the input 1 is always going to be input 1 and couldn't be put input 2 and then input 1, meaning I'd always know that the first variable will be of a certain answer type. And this isn't always the case, right? So an end user might actually put the information provided in a different order. And we can't really take that into account all the time. So the best way to do this is with a prompt. And the read command has this really great option called -p, read -p for prompt. And you'll pass this to allow us to prompt the user for information we want by declaring the variable name after the prompt. So this is a prompt, and then we're gonna save it as a, let's name it reply to prompt. And let's close it with a semicolon. All right, now you can see something interesting here. So this is a prompt displayed, and now it's got my cursor there. And so it wants a reply. So Drew, for example. Now you can see these are butted right next to each other, and this isn't ideal. So in your prompts, you always want to provide spacing and appropriate syntax. So let's close this out and rerun this and do this. Put a colon and a space and then run it. And now it looks a little bit better when I type in Drew. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day, but it does look better. All right, so my prompt I'm committing as Drew. Now, if I echo $ curly brackets reply to prompt and I press return, you can see that this variable that was saved here is equivalent to Drew. And now let's take and create new script in our bash directory. So if you're not already in dev/bash, get in there. And we're going to touch to create a new file. And we're going to call this prompts. So prompts.sh. And now we want to give it the proper permissions. chmod 755 prompts.sh. Now we should be able to /prompts and it'll execute without error. I know this because it didn't have red time here. All right, so let's code that. All right, so Visual Studio Code should open up. It opens in my background for some odd reason. And here is the file, all right? And every bash script starts with the same shebang line. So hashtag exclamation mark /bin/bash. All right. And we're going to skip all the formalities of like author, created by, description, and we're going to get right into it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to say read -p, and we're going to say input your first, we're going to say colon, space, and then we're going to save this as name. And then in that, let's do another one, read -p. And this is mostly just for practice, but it will get you comfortable with creating prompts. Input your pets. We're going to call this one pet. And then we're going to say, let's see, read -p, input your age in numbers. Let's do colon, space, age, and then semicolon. Now, these are our prompts. So let's comment our code, prompts, and these are our replies. All right, so echo hello my name is $, and we'll say name, and then we'll do echo, I'm age, years old. And then let's do echo, I have a pet named $pet. And you can see that I'm doing these out of order, but this is okay because I've saved the variables as variable names and they can be used in any order provided. All right, so let's save this and then let's run it. So let's run prompts.sh and you can see what happens. Input your first name, your pet's name. Let's call my fictitious pet Charlie. And my age in numbers is 35. And you can see then it runs the output for the echoes. Hello, my name is Drew. I'm 35 years old and I have a pet named Charlie. So there's a lot of things you can do with this, and this is just the beginning. But what you've just learned how to do is to prompt an end user for an input and then leverage that input into your code. Now we're still just using simple commands, and these simple commands don't have any logic, but we'll get to that, I promise. But what if we wanted to provide a menu for our users to select from? Let's get into that in the next video. I'll see you there.